Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 5. I'm not a pig, I'm not a cow, I'm an Enderman today, is that okay? Just having a bit of fun, hanging out here with an Enderman head. I am really excited for this episode today. Got lots planned, lots of cool things to show you, and I've already recorded some stuff as well, which was kind of funny. You're gonna see what's going on, man. We have run into some good luck, but we're gonna start off here with sorting out a little bit of a problem. We're going to address a problem here. Yes, we have mobs in the area that need naming. These guys have been named already. There's two of them, so obviously, what are you going to call them? Tom and Jerry. Tom, you going to tell us your name? Yep, Tom and Jerry. You saw it right here. Now, in the last episode, what I did is I did a poll. No, sorry, the episode before last, we did a poll, and I asked you guys if you wanted to see me do aesthetic building in the area. You know, crack on with some of the stuff we'll obviously get round to later. And there were two options, yes and no. There was also a third option, something I decided to add in when I was typing out the options for the vote. I'm ready when you are, and that was actually the overwhelming vote. Got lots of comments from people as well saying that they were ready for it when I am, which is really great to hear actually, because when we get to the aesthetic building, I want to do it right, and I feel like we've got a long way to go in order to get to that point. So I'm happy with that. That's a good response. That was the most popular response at 61%, and behind it was aesthetic building, yes, with 26. So I'm aware that some of you really want to see some building, and we will get round to that. If it isn't obvious what I'm doing right now as we have a little chat, I am sorting these guys out. They have been given name tags, so they do not contribute to the passive mob cap. We are also removing the mycelium that they stand on so that mushrooms can't spawn here, because in this episode we're going to make a real push, a real big push to get our farm down the bottom there working. There is a really cool strategy for removing mycelium that has been shared with me, and I'll show you that later on. As of right now though, just getting rid of this bit of mycelium and naming those mobs so they don't contribute to the mob cap. So speaking of the poll, as we did earlier on, pigs are one tool, so we need to place... Hi. There we go, and that one, he might escape into the other side. Do you know what? I can deal with that right now. It's not really a problem. Let's just get rid of this. So, speaking of polls, I think I want to do polls more frequently. It's really nice to see lots of people engaging in them and voting. And yep, that guy's decided that he wants to be a cow now. He's coming over to the cow side. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll let him off on that. Yeah, so I want to do like a poll every other video, or maybe every video. Whenever I've got a question I want to ask you guys, or something I'm curious about, we're going to do a poll. So there's one on your screen right now, and that question is, how many of the hermits are you subscribed to? I'll put in some options like all of them, none, only you, and you know, 50, 40, 30%, I don't know, there'll be some options, but feel free to vote and let me know. It'd be very interesting to see. Obviously, Hermitcraft is a community. If you didn't know, there are other hermits playing on the server. Some of them are online right now, and of course, we all make videos. I don't need to tell any of you that, do I? Anyway, we're going to go and make something right now, okay? And you guys ain't going to like it, because whenever I make one of these things, I always get a gazillion comments. But I'm telling you, it's the best type that we can make in this game. Believe me. Believe me now. We need ourselves, that's not how you make it, a diamond hoe. I know what you're thinking. X, you got tons of iron, you fool. You could have made loads and loads of those iron hoes. I want a diamond hoe. Is that okay? It's just what I feel like using. We're going to need this over at the spawn chunks, can you believe it? And there's something else that's going on over there. We're going to take a trip to the spawn chunks of the server, which you might not remember from the first episode. I think it was literally the last time that we saw it. And I've actually been on a little bit of a venture with Mr. TFC, Biffa, and Wells Knight, hanging out in the end, slaying the end dragon, got some shenanigans to show you. I think it's on fire, but it hasn't blown up.
Oh, not the Enderman again.
Oh, no.
They love you, TFC. They love you, man.
Okay. Don't die, don't die.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Rip. Already.
Yeah.
I'm going up for this one. Wish me luck.
Enderman claims its first victim.
Oh, hello. Whoa, why am I...
Okay.
Oh, because of the... Yeah.
I got a beef with these Enderman
Oh, I
things.
should have brought some glass bottles.
I've got some.
Yeah,
So did
I
I
do
make
too.
an Enderman angry?
I made at least one mad, apparently.
The Ender Dragon can make them mad.
Oh, what? No
don't,
way.
Up.
Don't be so close to the crystal.
Way. I was miles back. Anyone got any spare arrows?
This one,
I
don't want
use
to land.
infinity.
There you go.
I hardly carry any.
I think I got the final shot on it.
I got the infinity bow.
There we go.
Oh, there's the final shot. There she goes.
Oh, she's about to
Oh.
land as well.
Hang on. Does that mean it'll move the portal? I love that sound. It's
Whoa.
satisfying. Free XP!
Okay.
I'll let you say that, Biffa.
Woohoo! Oh, I had 86 XP as well when I died.
That's unfortunate.
Darn it.
Right, I'm going to hop through. I'm going to go get some bottles and an ender chest and some wood.
Okie doke. Where do the wings go? I want me wings.
They probably fell through the portal. They're probably at
Ow.
the spawn chunks.
Oh, do you not have
Oh,
an
okay.
elytra yet?
No. Not yet. I'll grab it after.
I've got an enderman head.
Someone-
If I put that on, will I blend in? Will they leave me alone? That'd be a nice feature.
That should be a
Honestly,
thing.
That should be a thing. If you're wearing an Enderman head, they should leave you alone and treat you like one in the family.
There we go.
There you go.
There. Now there's
Made a
a pool.
swimming pool in the end.
Oh dear. Right, okay, you're ready then. Here we go.
I was born ready. Let's go.
Let's do it.
2.
Is an enderman after you?
No. Do you know what? Actually, if we stand next to one of these, this will make a nice screenshot, but we'll probably blow it up by accident, so let's not bother. 1.
I was about to take a screenshot. Well,
Well, Wells did it, and he got attacked.
whoa! Was blown up by an enderman. What?
Whoa. Wells Knight was blown up by Enderman?
Oh, you shot the crystal.
Oh, look. Yeah, the portal came back.
No.
Dude.
You shot the crystal or something.
I don't even know what just happened.
Oh, man.
You
That
were
was
doing your
bizarre.
screenshot, looking the other way. You got 4 Endermen on you, and you started swinging, and there was a crystal right by you.
I've
And
got,
then
a,
I went, and now I'm on
yeah.
fire.
I'm
I'm randomly on fire.
I've got a really bad feeling that all your items got destroyed then, because it was 4 explosions, or the items fell in the portal and went to spawn chunks.
Oh.
Either way, they're not here.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that really sucks.
Yeah, there are no items here.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Unfortunate.
That's a bummer.
You
It's
would
a
think an
naked
explosion
man.
that powerful would destroy some of the terrain here, but it didn't.
We need like a lost all my items support group.
Yeah.
It's
How
always
on
the
earth
worst,
knows
man.
mine?
I know. Everyone
And
knows.
Biffa, every time I go through your nether portal, it kills me.
It gets you on
I'm gonna
fire,
die.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Burnt to death.
Oh, good gravy.
Hang on,
Oh dear.
should we run over to spawn and
Well, will that take you to spawn? I guess we can go through
Well-
the Nether. Twisting, turning through the Nether. I just did a voice. I don't do that very often. Hi. Welcome to the Nether. So yes, we headed back to the spawn chunks. If you didn't catch what we were doing. All 3 of them died, man. I felt so bad for Wells, though, because he lost all of his items. Those explosions destroyed them. And so me and Biffa headed back here in search of Wells's items. And I found something over here that I claimed dibs on immediately. And I couldn't believe my luck. What is behind this stone? Feel free to guess. Feel free to leave a comment. You're probably going to cheat, aren't you? You're probably going to wait. I can't assume the worst, do you? That's terrible to do. I was going to say you'd wait to find out, but we've just found out because he's sticking his head through this wall. Now, a wolf has spawned over here, and this guy hasn't been claimed. So, I was going to bring some bones with me, but then I thought, hang on a second. One of the things I really wanted to do in this game was to build a wolf farm where you didn't tame the wolves first of all. And that is going to be a challenge in itself. So getting these guys back is going to involve some leads, which lucky for me, I made the trip over here, then went, I forgot the leads, made the trip back again, and here we are with some leaves. We've made some new friends, but we've got to get them safely through the Nether, and that might be a little bit problematic. You know why? Because these guys will attack skeletons, and then we could be in a world of trouble. So this could go really well, or it could go really bad. I don't know. And we're going to come back to the spawn chunks in a bit as well, because we've got another job to do over here. But first of all, we need to focus on these wolves. The other side is safe for them. As you can see, there's one of them. There's the other puppy. Come on. Oi. You need to get out of that portal block, you. Are we not going to be able to click on him? Okay, we've got to wait for him to walk out here, I guess. Alternative idea, break the portal, leash the guy, bring him out of there, relight that, and off we go. Excellent. So here's the scary bit. These guys might attack skeletons, and we've got to lure them through a nether fortress. So far, it's all looking good. There's no ghasts in the sky to shoot at us, and I placed all of this stone, by the way, to make this nice and safe. You know what? This area has really just been slabbed all over. I don't think we're going to have any problems. There's no skeletons around for them to be angry at, you know? Unless there's a slab that's been missed somewhere, but it seems quite peaceful here in the Nether at the moment. Let's hope that it stays that way. Ah, that's right, yes, this old thing. I saw this earlier today. It's popped up here in our temporary Nether hub. There's a sign on the inside. It's supposed to be a flower, an allium flower, I think. You chappies will have to stay down there for now. What does it say? The Allium Alliance. Oh, I know what this is. This is another group, isn't it? Like the NHA, the NHO, the NHL, the OHO. I get very confused. There's some revolutionists as well. I tell you what, right now we are declaring my neutrality towards this group. I do not care at all who they are or what they're about. I got no idea who this is. Let's move on. Oh. Alright, welcome home. I've got some names for you. I know what these are gonna call these. Literally the first thing that popped into my head, right? Oh. Welcome to your new home, Will and Smith. Literally the first thing I thought of. I need two names. I thought of one person's name. Will and Smith, you're going to be hanging out in this area and having a good time. I realised something really cool. There's going to be no skeletons spawning in this area naturally, so these guys, we don't have to worry about them dying or getting hurt. We can just leave them like this. Now that I say it, we've got to put them in captivity, because you know what this game's like? I bet you the chunks are going to unload, they're going to reload, and then one of these is going to glitch, or you know, the lead is going to pop off. You can always expect that stuff to happen in this game, so I think it's a smart idea that we do this. Right, our business here is concluded. We have successfully transferred Will Smith back to our base, and now we're going to go back over to the spawn chunks. Man, I'm glad I brought some torches with me. There be some baddies over here. These spawn chunks ain't safe, I tell ya. Can you guess what we're going to do over here? Now, for those of you that know how passive mob spawning works, animals can spawn in the spawn chunks on grass. Grass here is bad, but luckily for us, it's just one island. And it's not very big, which is why I brought my diamond hoe, because I figured what we'd do is a little eye-in-the-sky time-lapsey thing, and I would try and race from one side of the island across to the other, and mash away at all the grass like this. So we just go boom, 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 and it will start turning back into dirt like that one has magically done for us as we record, and then it might just turn into grass. Come on now, turn into grass. Well, you know how it works. It can spread onto dirt. So if I'm quick enough going from one side to the other with my diamond hoe, then we can actually do the entire thing in one go. But one thing I think is going to get in the way is all of these trees. And I need some logs, you know? I need some logs to do some building and crafting, so I'm going to chop down all these trees first. Well, there we go. We have another chocolate island. Not the first time we've done something like this. Probably won't be the last. And before I got started there, I went and got another diamond hoe because I knew we were going to get through an entire one. And check this out. We have done just that. I'm going to put this in an item frame. This is going to be a memento, I reckon. But you're probably wondering, hang on a second, X, that hoe looks a little bit different. And you would be right. That's because we're using the new Vanilla Tweaks resource pack. There's been a couple of new features thrown in, and one is diminished tools. So if I go into my resource packs, you can see that we're using one over here. So when your tool gets all the way down to the very bottom and just before it, it'll start to change the graphic of it, which is just going to be helpful for figuring out when your tools are about to run out, you know? So yeah, if you're interested in that, link on the screen and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I've been standing here and noticing that that island is loaded a little bit, and so is that one. So this job might not be finished. I want to grab a boat quickly and just measure how far away from the center of this area, which I don't know exactly where it is, but from wherever the center is, well, actually we do know. Wouldn't it be right here where the hoppers are? Oh, and that's another thing that the resource pack is doing now. It shows you the direction that the hoppers are pointing in, and that is extremely useful. So we're back at the base. Those islands appear to be in range, and I figured, let's save that for a live stream. I've done enough hoeing for today. And we got a memento to put over here, and this stuff is getting disorganized very quickly, but we'll lump it in with the other ones. These are our mementos so far, and now we've got a new one right here. Never craft it. I tell you, every time I craft a diamond hoe, I get a gazillion messages about it. And I know what some of you are thinking right now. I know exactly what you're thinking. That we're going to use this method over here on our island, and it's going to make the rest of this nice and easy. Slight problem. I'm clicking. Can you hear it? You can't use a hoe on mycelium, which is unfortunate, so we can't use that method. However, I got tweeted, and I'd like to credit this person, but I believe, let me just check. Yeah, I don't have their name. I'm sorry. Thank you ever so much for your suggestion. It's incredibly useful, but I didn't take note of your name. I got this wonderful tweet, an idea that we could use to cover the entire area in water. Now, we already tried that a little bit, except I kind of did it the not so easy way. So what we're going to do right now is try this person's method, and I think we're going to start with this area over here. So I'm literally going by one image that has been sent to me, and from that I think I can gather what it is we need to do. Also, look at it, some mushrooms are spawning, and some there as well. Those ones were not there a second ago, unless I'm being me and not paying too much attention, which is actually quite likely. So, if we place down a bucket of water here and manage to stay on top of it, we're going to see that the water will spread out and cover up the mycelium. That bit's good, but then what we can do is keep spreading out the water by placing blocks like this, and already it actually looks really efficient, which is very nice to see. And then we get to a point like this where it ends. I guess we could go down at this point if we wanted to keep spreading in that direction. Right, now I can remove that block, it's going to drop down one, and we can go out again. And it kind of looks like the water is just flowing down over absolutely every block here. I thought that we might run into a couple of problems with it missing some bits, but this looks really good so far. So down there it's missing a few bits. Now what we can do is then go out in this direction and shimmy the water over to where it was missing, which is right here. Will it flow? Yes, it's now flowing into that space. Excellent. Oh, this is going to be super easy now. What a great suggestion. If you're watching in person, I'll thank you ever so much. This is a really cool idea. And I guess I've just got to do this a lot now, haven't I? So from down here you can see it's been pretty effective covering up these hills, which is great. There's going to be little bits like this where it could potentially just be out of sight. So we've still got a lot of manual work to do going around and making sure this stuff's okay. But the real big problem here is the water on the ground. So before we go throwing down this water, it definitely needs some preparation. As if I was to fill in this, then the water is going to spread out further. As you can see, we've come like a long way across here, and then it hasn't spread out very far, which is kind of unfortunate, but we learn as we go along. So from up here we should get a really nice view of the area. I'm tearing down this tree, by the way, because we're no longer going to build 3 iron farms. I think that one over there is just going to provide me with all that I'll need for the season. Plus other people have been building them as well, so no need to go overboard, I think. And it's looking pretty good from up here. By the way, when I talk and record and then watch myself back, sometimes I'm like, man, I need to pay more attention and think about what I'm saying. I need to slow down because I get very excited and just start nattering. And so a moment ago, I was just sort of saying stuff, this and that. And what I was talking about was mycelium, okay? Mycelium is going to get caught in little areas where the water doesn't quite spread to, and we've got to catch them, you know. But anyway, it's spread out pretty far, and I feel like what I want to do at the moment is just get a big chunk of this done and then remove that one water source because we haven't used any others so far, and then get it, watch all the water flow away and see where we're at. We're also going to need to build a little bit of a border as well where the water ends, and what I'm going to do right now, instead of going all the way back up to the top, we're going to go to just about here and start from this spot. By the way, it's been night time, so you can see that the water has done its job. It looks like there might be a little patch here. Nope, I've already got onto that bit. Yeah, we're going to spread out the water from this point now, just so we can get it over to that part of the island. It's time for the eye in the sky to check out what's going on here. I've spent well over an hour working on this, and I reckon it's probably faster than going around and getting all of the mycelium manually. Look at that. Craziness. We have covered tons and tons of area. I built a little bit of a perimeter. If we drop down in here, you'll see that I've dug away some mycelium, so this sort of stuff shouldn't spread downwards. However, those two right there look like they might. So I need to go around and double check the border. But it's all looking good. You can see there's a trench over here and the water has flown into some of that trench, and we covered all of this side over here. Now, I built a lot of this out of dirt and then I dug away the dirt after, and it leaves the water in place, and I figured we could do that for the entire thing, but then you've got to spend a lot of time swimming around in water to remove these things. So we'll remove it after. We're going to remove the main water source block in a moment. Looks like I missed a bit down there. I'm glad I'm flying around so we can go and fix those. And just over here there's a couple of cows. Now, a moment ago I actually walked through this area and there were some cows over here. I killed them and we've come back and they're here again. So passive mob spawning is working in this area, and it will work in our farm as well. Alright, it's the moment of truth. We're going to place this block. We're going to pillar up a little bit. Shouldn't it start? Oh, I got the wrong one. Well, that was clever. Right, we're going to place that. We're going to pillar up a little bit, and I want to see all of this water disappear. I'm going to feel some immense lag right now. My frames are disappearing, people. It's not going very well. Look at this. Wow. Yep, the frames are shockingly low, and now we got to be on the mycelium hunt. We can't have blocks like that because they will start spreading. I've got to be staring at this area like a hawk now, running around making sure we catch it before it starts going all over the place. How has so much of that survived? It might have something to do with the nether portal, because the nether portal emits light and the light level stops it from decaying. That's interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Didn't notice it either. There we go. Right, all of that stuff's gone. There's going to be more. We know it. Do you remember we spotted some over on the side over there? I completely forgot to go and take care of that, so let's do that bit as well. There's a patch over here as well. That is definitely not good. Let's get rid of you. I see quite a few patches over on this side, which isn't good. This is the last bit to be done, and I think it only had one night cycle, or maybe it was 2 night cycles, so we're going to catch a few bits over here. Mostly it's looking good though. There's not an alarming amount. So then, wherever we were when I last recorded, I have been completely thrown off from what we were doing and what I was going to do, because the internet, it went down. It went down for about 48 hours. I didn't know what to do without my internet, man. I tell you, it was scary times. I'm okay, though. Don't worry about me. I'm joking, of course, but this is all done now. Just finished tidying up the area, stopping some mycelium that was spreading over here, and it's kind of done now. But I've got some news regarding our mob farm, our passive mob farm. Do you know what? There are just so many things to consider in this game, and there was one important one that I overlooked, which was that mobs aren't going to move and walk around unless you're within 24 blocks of them, and we are over 24 blocks away probably from those platforms. So any mushrooms that spawn, apparently there are actually some down there. We've got to throw an ender pearl here and go down and have a look. So, well, here's the thing. This has definitely been over 24 blocks away from me. This one's managed to find its way to the stone here. That could be because of pack spawning. And this one's hanging out on the trap door. I was about to say we're going to tear this down and redesign it. That may still be true. It's interesting that that guy... Where are you going? Where you're supposed to fall in the trap. Jeez, he's not very good, is he? Let's watch this thing in action. Go say hello to my friend Johnny. Yes, we may be tearing this whole thing down after all of that. And I want to see... This will be the first time we get to see it in action. Come on, Johnny, slay this guy. No, not me! The mushroom! Jeez. I got too close, didn't I? He's got to lose interest in me now. There you go. And now you should see the mushroom, right? Because you're Johnny, you've got the name tag and you hate mushrooms. Did I do the name tag wrong? No, he's going for him. And he's not. And he's just standing there. What is going... Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't think one of them alone would have dropped 7 of these, so that means other ones have fallen in here, which means it is in fact working. How fantastic is that? So, changes may be made to this farm. At the moment, I really just don't know. I'm totally out of sync when making videos because I've been away from it for a couple of days, but things will go back to normal now. So if you've noticed there's been less videos uploaded to the channel lately, then you've figured out exactly why. If you've enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like. As always, thank you for your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Bye bye.